You know, there's a type of game that I sometimes find myself interested in, or have done in the past at least, that I just never seem to be able to stick with in the long term, and that's the daily login type of games. You know, the games where you're expected to log in every day to do your daily tasks, and you get to claim points maybe, or I don't know. Either way, there's an incentive that gets you to play it and log in every day. Those types of games, right? And if you don't log in every day, or at the very least you don't log in regularly, you're somewhat penalized, essentially. Now, some of these games run on real-time clocks. So I'm thinking of games like Animal Crossing, for example, which obviously has dailies in. You're expected to kind of do certain things every day, talk to your villagers every day, earn money every day so that you can work towards paying off your mortgage, for example, in the older games, or building up your town, your island, you know, depending on which version of Animal Crossing you're talking about. And then there's ones that aren't on a real-time clock, or at least not like in-game. They are on a real-time clock in the sense that it knows and tracks the hours of the day, but in game, it doesn't like have a day and night cycle, and there's not like, you know, it's more like the bonus points or whatever that you can claim are reset the next day at a certain time. So it is a daily login game, but it's not reflected necessarily within the game itself. I've always wondered why, but I have never been able to stick with any of these games for more than like a week. No matter what type or genre of game it is, I have never been able to. The only exception was Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS when I was a kid, but since then I have never been able to stick to any of these games long term. And I think the thing is, I just overall just have an issue with this system. I kind of have beef with it, to be honest. I don't like feeling like I have to play a game every day or very regularly in order to really make the most of it or progress in it well, or, you know, because some of these games penalize you on different degrees, you know. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, it just means that you'll take a bit longer to pay off your mortgage to Tom Nook. And some others it's like, well, now I've missed 3 days worth of the in-game free currency, and that means that, I don't know, or there's the games that have like a streak you can keep, daily login streak where you can claim bonuses, and sure, all you need to do is log in and claim the bonus, but like even that, I'm like, well, I don't want to friggin' do that. I don't know, a lot of these games are often mobile games. They're not necessarily, but they do tend to be mobile games. I have beef with this whole thing. The thing is that these games can either be, to me at least, to me personally, okay, we're talking about me personally. To me, these games can either be really boring or really good, but they basically, with this daily system, they forcibly put the brakes on your ability to advance in the span of a single day in these games, 90% of the time. And I don't like that. I don't like having my ability to progress through the game as quickly as I want to be taken away from me to a certain extent, meaning that I literally have to wait another 24 hours to be able to do much more. That just bothers me. I don't like having to wait like IRL time in order to make certain progress through a game. I like the game to have its own in-game clock and not have like this whole daily login, daily chores thing. And I'm not talking about games like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon where there's an in-game clock and your character like goes to sleep, and then the next day you need to water the crops, you need to talk to all the villagers, maybe go in the mines and progress through the mines a bit more, all of that stuff, work on rebuilding the town centre, whatever it's called, the community centre, that thing. That does have dailies in it, but they're dailies within the in-game clock, meaning that in the span of an IRL day, you can go through numerous days within the game and make loads of progress. But if it's with a real IRL clock, then I feel like my progress is being stunted, and I don't like that. And I understand the appeal of these types of games that have dailies, but it doesn't really appeal to me, I've realized, because I've tried numerous times to get into these types of games properly. And I find them fun, like I said, for maybe like a week. And then I start getting fed up with the fact that I can't just keep going within that same day with stuff. And it's not that I'm a speedrunner or anything. I think it's just that I don't like, it feels kind of like my freedom to do things as I want has somewhat been taken away from me, which is kind of weird because it's not like you have complete freedom in any game. Like you have to work around the rules of the game, right? So I don't really know why I have an issue with this mechanic specifically in games, but I'm realizing that that's why those types of games just don't appeal to me. And unfortunately, a lot of cozy games fall into this category of working around an IRL clock and having dailies, daily chores, daily quests. So that unfortunately means that there's a lot of cozy games that don't appeal to me as much as a result. And that's probably one of the main reasons why I really like Stardew Valley. I really liked Harvest Moon as a kid, though I don't like it as much now. I feel like Story of Seasons is improving. Don't get me wrong, like Grand Bazaar is probably the best Story of Seasons game that we've had in recent years, in my opinion, but they don't live up to Stardew Valley, for example. And I also really like the Rune Factory games because they all work on an in-game clock. They don't work on an IRL clock. It feels like you can make loads of progress. So those types of cozy games, I guess, appeal to me more. So yeah, I mean, there's other reasons why I'm not particularly into cozy games nowadays, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but that's one of the big reasons, because I don't know, I just can't seem to get into any of these games that work on an IRL clock to some extent and expect you to log in every day to do your daily quests, claim your daily rewards and all that stuff. I guess what I'm saying to a certain extent is that's probably why I'm not that into Animal Crossing anymore. I used to really like Wild World on the DS, and I do still have a soft spot for it. And I got back into Wild World last year around early summer, late spring. And I can't remember how long I was playing it for, but I did have a streak where I literally booted up my DS to play it every day for like 3 weeks, which for me is really good for these types of games. But that was it. It lasted 3 weeks and then I just didn't boot it up again. And part of the reason is Wild World is kind of boring. Like, as much as I like that game and I'm nostalgic for it, it's quite bare bones compared to later Animal Crossings, and even New Leaf and New Horizons I just find boring now. I don't know what my deal is, but there you go. I know that the incentive, not necessarily with Animal Crossing, but with like other types of games that are like mobile games that give you daily rewards if you log in and do certain things or whatever, and complete daily quests. Those are doing it really to give the player incentive to log in every day, which works very well on a lot of people. But for me, it works for a certain amount of time before I start getting pissed off. So anyway, there you go. That's my beef with daily login games. I don't know how many people relate to this because I feel like a lot of people really like games like Animal Crossing and a bunch of these games that do this whole dailies thing. I know you guys love how eloquent I am sometimes. But yeah, honestly, let me know if you relate and feel the same way in the comments, or if you disagree, that's fine as well, let me know. A lot of my friends actually really like these types of games, and so I feel a little bit, not like left out, but I do sit there and think, I kind of wish I could feel the same way, but if I pretended that I really like these kinds of games, that would just be me lying and forcing myself to try and enjoy something that I don't. And I'm not really about that sort of thing. Anyway, that was just my little ramble about daily login games. I know there's like way more detail you can go into. This isn't like an in-depth thing, you know, as I'm sure you can tell. It was just me talking about my beef with daily login games, and that's literally it. So anyway, I'd like to thank my channel members as usual for your support in making my videos and live streams possible. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.